In the last episode, we discussed how to amplify your time by starting with intention and strategy. This episode, we're going to get a lot more tactical and talk about a simple tool you can start using today to help you amplify your time. Technology is both a gift and a curse. While there are so many ways that it saves us time and gives us connection, there are equally the same number of ways that it sucks time. I'm not the only one waiting for that app to finish updating or getting distracted by the TikTok trend, right? Just me? That's fine. Tools are great, but as people humans, we still have to choose the right ones. Even when we have the right tool, they can only do so much. It's really how they're used that determines how valuable they are to us. And it's often easy to misuse tools and can be more challenging to figure out the way for them to really be useful in our unique work situation. The reason we even use any tools at all ever is to get the job done faster and easier, right? From a hammer to ChatGPT. The purpose of the tool is to support us in completing an action. Possibly, I think my greatest frustration comes not from the struggle or the challenges in completing the actions I desire, but from knowing there is a better way, but I don't quite have the right tool or system to use. So what if there was some kind of universal tool that could amplify the smallest actions you repeatedly take probably dozens of times a day? Spoiler alert, there is, and it's likely not something you've ever even thought about. I found that some of the most effective time amplifying tools are the simplest and, let's face it, most unsexy ones. Certainly, we are living in exciting times. There was the release of ChatGPT 4 and the integration of AI in just about everything. And that's amazing and fraught with possibilities. But the game-changing, time-amplifying tool I'm about to tell you about is a clipboard manager. Yep, doesn't even sound interesting, does it? Because the name doesn't tell you how it can help you. This kind of software utility has been around since 1997, so not even cutting edge. So what's a clipboard manager, you ask? Well, when you copy something on your computer or any device, your mobile device, your phone, and it's available to paste only until you copy something else, well, the place where that goes is called a clipboard. And the limitation of it is that it only has one spot available. A clipboard manager allows you to have unlimited slots available on your clipboard, meaning that anything you've copied is still available for you to access and paste later, no matter what else you've copied and added to the clipboard. A forever history, if you want, of everything you copied on your device. Are you starting to see some possibilities here? Here's how using a clipboard manager amplifies my time. My brain no longer is distracted by the possibility of losing a piece of information. If I'm shopping on my phone, just me again, and I find something I want to buy, or I know I want it later, I'll copy it. I have an iOS device, and there's an app called Paste that keeps everything I copy. Now, it's true, I could bookmark a website, or paste it into a note, or add the article to a reading list, but let's be frank, I'm lazy, and that requires an additional decision or action from me. Using the Paste app, all I have to do is copy it, and then I can go find it when I want to use it. I can be much more effective in my work because I have the ability to quickly reference and use information from the clipboard. How does that work? Well, if there's multiple pieces of information I need to work with, I copy each of them and then can pull them out of the clipboard anytime I want with just a keystroke when I need them. When doing design work, this is super handy for color codes. If you've ever used hex codes, it's hard to remember having them all in my clipboard manager means that I can just paste. When I'm doing systems assessments, I can copy the commonly referenced processes or links from the clipboard and then never have to redo work if something goes down. So have you ever filled out an online form and then it fails to submit or crashes? That's happened to me enough that I get a little twinge of fear before I hit submit on any form that's like more than 5 fields. But the panic quickly abates because right before I submit a form, I go and any inputs that I've like created that aren't just like my name or email address, I copy those. And so then they're safely stored in my clipboard. And if the form fails and I have to fill it out again, I just paste it in. I use this for any text content that I created that I may want or need to reference again. So likely by now, you've already started Googling clipboard managers. There are quite a few options out there. Remember, they've been around since 1997, but specifically, I use a free program called Ditto on my Windows PC. For iOS devices, use the Paste app. If you happen to be an all Apple house, Paste works across all of Mac and iOS devices, and it costs around like $20 a year. For Android users, I don't have a specific recommendation, but it looks like the top clipboard manager apps for Android OS are Clipboard Actions, Native Clipboard, or Clipstack. So why do this? Well, like a lever or a pulley, small tools used properly can really amplify your efforts and your time. Like anything, knowing first how it can be a benefit to you will help you put in the effort to start using the tool. And when you experience results, it will fuel your desire to keep using it. If you need some help getting started with figuring out the software and apps you're already using, I'm sharing my tracking template with you. Just go to FieryFX.com/tracker to get a Google Sheets template to help you start maximizing the value of your current software subscriptions. In the next episode, we're talking about how to amplify your effort. Worried you might miss it? Do your future self a favor and subscribe to Leverage Your Spark on your preferred podcast platform, or you can subscribe and share at leverageyourspark.com.